So the number one story, I think, is that Meta's enormous AI push is now really impacting the startup world. Recall, Jason, that they are trying to build a new superintelligence team. This is where the Scale AI quasi-acquisition came into play. The latest story is that Safe Superintelligence, which is the company that former OpenAI leader Ilya Sutskever founded with Daniel Gross. Safe Superintelligence, or just SSI, raised, I believe, $3 billion and was recently valued at $32 billion. Now, Meta wanted to buy it outright, and reporting says that, Ilya said, no, thank you. I'm not interested in that. And so what Meta is doing is it is working on taking the other co-founder, Daniel Gross, and also his investing partner, Nat Friedman, the former GitHub CEO, in kind of a package deal, while also taking a stake in those two gentlemen's venture capital fund. So probably a pretty big investment here from Meta, once again underscoring how much money they're willing to put to work. I'm just getting a little perplexed, Jason, at these weird AI deals and why every single one of them seems to be multi-part and complex. And I'm trying to figure out why, I guess.
Yeah, there's a very simple why behind this. If you go pull up the Facebook market cap and their cash hoard, just generally speaking, broad numbers, and then you put it against the prize for winning the AI race. Artificial general intelligence, superintelligence, superhuman intelligence. People are using different words for this. We had a little debate about it on All In, which will come out, I think, the same time you'll be listening to this. It's a big prize. It'll affect many, many different industries. White collar, blue collar. We've talked about this. You got self-driving cars and robots in factories like Amazon, all the way up to everything going on in white collar pursuits, advertising industry. Basically every industry is going to be impacted by this. So whoever wins, gets there first, or becomes one of the top three players is going to take part in a $10 trillion prize, let's say.
Yeah.
So if the $10 trillion prize is out there, and right now it's OpenAI, Claude, Facebook, XAI, and Google are, making serious runs at it. And you have a market cap like Zuckerberg does of...
So it's $1.72 trillion.
Okay, $1.7 trillion, yeah.
In the last quarter, Meta's operating cash flow, Jason, was $24.0 billion, and its free cash flow was $10.3 billion. And the company's current cash equivalents, and marketable securities was $70.2 billion as of March 31st.
Okay, so you got $70 billion laying around. You pay a dividend, right? I believe that's the dividend-paying company now.
Yep.
And you've got a giant market cap. The market cap of this prize, if it's 10 trillion, has the ability to double or triple your market cap. If you were to win, but 25% of it, win $2.5 trillion in market cap easily added, right? So even if you got let's say gold gets 50% of the market share and silver gets 25 and bronze gets 15 and everybody else shares the rest or whatever, some distribution there, which we see in other industries.
Absolutely.
You might see a similar thing with smartphones, right? Two players, a duopoly, and then a long tail of like weird phone companies at the end. I think he's thinking, I have won so much already. On a legacy basis, will I be relevant 10 or 20 years from now? And everything I've done up until this point in time leads up to this moment. The greatest achievement in computer science is obviously superintelligence. And if you define it as like artificial general intelligence, superintelligence, whatever, the smartest human on the planet or the smartest human that ever lived or a truly breakthrough knowledge entity, it does make sense what would it make sense if you had a bet in poker and the implied odds were you could triple your market cap and secure your legacy? How much of your current legacy would you be willing, your current business and legacy, so business people consider it legacy, how much would you be willing to gamble? How much would you be willing to risk is the question. I think he would be willing to risk easily 20%, 20%, would not even be a scratch, right? Just like a bruise. It's not a big deal if you lost 10 or 20%. It's like Elon losing a rocket the other day. It's like, that's a little stingy, like, oh, ouch, it stings, but it's not like SpaceX is going anywhere. They're launching 2 or 3 rockets a week of the other ones, but.
No, but every time Starship doesn't crush it, Jason, it sets back the Alex gets to space date ever so slightly. And every
You're
day,
getting there.
I'm
got
getting
plenty of
old,
time.
man. Like I really want Starship to work now.